This is in the Crouch End. Hello, Chris.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Chris. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Very well, thank you.
Good. This country used to be known as a country of manufacturing industry, but now it seems that we're known as a country of service industries, but people are not crying out for gambling casinos or 24-hour drinking or any such lunacy. And what would we have done at the Spanish Armada if we hadn't been making ships? This country was renowned for its shipyards. I mean, they couldn't have paddled in plastic buckets. And
plastic hadn't been invented till then.
Exactly.
Till the 60s.
Exactly, or metal buckets even.
Metal bucket would sink, wouldn't it?
Exactly. So isn't it good that we had a shipbuilding industry?
She said shipbuilding.
Shipbuilding.
Yes. Why are you talking about ships, Chris? I'm confused.
Because it's a manufacturing basis for our country.
Right.
And it's a good job that those people in England who were, well, there was a watchman looking out to sea through his telescope, weren't watching the latest soap opera or on his mobile, because they might not have been so quick to defend our country.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you what you're talking about. You're not making any sense.
Well, I've heard more rubbish coming out of your mouth.
Okay, yeah, be insulting, Chris. I'm just asking you a question. You please insult me, I will turn the other cheek. What are you talking about?
I am talking about jobs in this country going off to other countries.
Why?
The manufacturing, because this country...
Why are you talking about this?
Because I am very concerned, because I happen to be a citizen of this country and furthermore a patriot of this country. This country, after all, wasn't it Margaret Thatcher who said that we were a nation of shopkeepers? And we were. Small shops all around the country.
She was a terrible woman. But why are you calling up today to talk about this when we're talking about bath sealant and stodginess?
Bath?
Bath sealant and stodginess.
Well, surely bath sealant is part of the manufacturing business of this country, and stodginess, well, you know what? You go to the shops, you can't buy an English potato, you can't buy an English carrot, you cannot buy an English onion. Now, those English stodges were what built those men who fought the Spanish Armada and defended this noble country of ours.
Chris, what has the Spanish Armada got to do with anything today? Why are you talking about the Spanish Armada?
You are saying that I'm not on track, and I'm trying to bring it on track that those...
But how is the Spanish Armada... What track is the Spanish Armada on? That's in a different sports field, love.
No, because we were able to defend our country from attack, not just the Spanish Armada.
Okay, so you're saying... are you talking about Peugeot? Is that... This is a roundabout way, because Peugeot's losing 2,500 jobs?
I'm talking about the manufacturing base in this country. But, you know, we only had English potatoes in those days, because they couldn't fly them over on aeroplanes. And
What, Chris?
Yes?
Let's just calm down a second. Let's just all calm down.
I'm quite calm.
You're not, though. You're not. You're very excitable, and there's no need to be.
And you're not.
I'm not excited about potatoes, no.
I'm very excited about potatoes.
I can tell you are.
Potatoes are the staff of life. They're wonderful vegetables.
They are great.
They're very
baked,
stodgy, and they keep people going.
Roasted.
And they're much better than
boiled.
Cannabis or anything like that.
Potatoes are better than cannabis. Well, no one said cannabis was better than potatoes.
If a person drives and they've been under the influence of potatoes, they don't crash the car. And I think instead of having casinos, which no one is asking for,
yes,
we should be growing English potatoes and English food and English ships and English things in this country.
You're right.
I'm absolutely
You are right.
But all we need is a patriotic people who are supposedly are our leaders to do that. So we need to come out of the EU so we will not be flooded
yes, you're right.
with foreign
potatoes.
foreign things. It's nice to go to foreign climes on a holiday.
You wouldn't want to live there, would you? Then it wouldn't be foreign.
Actually, I like to come back to this country. I find a degree of stability, even with all the nonsense that's going on in this country.
There's a lot of nonsense going on, isn't there?
And just think that we didn't have all the crime in this country before the advent of television.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
We had hang on, we didn't have crime before the advent of television.
Yeah, we had crime, but not on the scale.
We had a world war where 1 million 16-year-old boys were killed.
Yes, but that wasn't decided by the ordinary people of this country.
That was before television.
Yes, but that wasn't...
Imagine this. 1 million, at least, 16-year-old boys killed.
But that was on foreign sod. France...
How dare you
Germany.
swear?
Sod means soil.
Stop swearing.
It means soil.
I will not have bad language on this show.
Look in your dictionary.
I will not have bad...
Sod.
You can stop it as well. I will not have swearing on this show, Chris.
It means soil. Look in your dictionary.
First warning.
Aren't you familiar with the English language?
First strike. Strike one.
It means look in your dictionary.
Strike one.
It means soil.
Okay. But yes, but it was still a million boys were slaughtered.
Yes.
But that was before television. That's my point. So your argument about television is, may I say, Chris, nonsense.
No, it's not nonsense.
Yes, it is nonsense.
Nonsense.
Yes, it is nonsense.
Because everywhere around the world where television has been invented, the crime has escalated.
No, it hasn't.
Why wouldn't the government try and experiment then for 5 years and take off all the violence and the bad things from television?
Because then I wouldn't get to watch Lost. I wouldn't get to watch 24.
Well, I've never watched Lost.
You've never watched Lost?
And I've never seen 24.
Oh, you would love 24. My name's Jack Bauer. The following takes place between 7 and 8 a.m. on the day of the presidential election in America.
I'd rather be scrubbing my English potatoes, which are very hard to find, rather than watching this, Why, you know what I always say, why watch an actor pretending to be an imaginary person?
Yeah.
At least in my real drama.
Like Mel Gibson in that film.
What?
Like Mel Gibson pretending to be a figure in that film.
Well, they all do.
Yeah.
But at least if I'm washing my dishes, that's my real life.
Yeah.
But it's not that I'm vicariously watching somebody.
Chris,
they never wash dishes in the soaps. Don't you notice their homes are always spotless?
Chris, because they're only on for 30 minutes. If they were to show people washing their dishes and going to the lavatory and listening to their iPods and dancing around on the graves of those that have passed before us, there wouldn't be time to have the excellence of Norris internet dating, for example, on Coronation Street. Or Gail receiving letters from her dead multi-murderous husband, Richard Hillman.
Well, how can she receive letters from him if he's dead?
We don't know yet.
That's an oxymoron.
Isn't it? Isn't it,
What happens to the brain? It becomes befuddled if you watch
It becomes what?
Befuddled.
No, it's not befuddling, it's exciting.
Well, I think it's much more exciting to scrub those English potatoes because that is real life. And it's not
real life, real London.
Exactly, with real English, British...
Damn those South African potatoes! I will never have another South African potato or a Spanish orange as long as I live, Chris.
There's plenty of land in this country.
Plenty of land in this country!
English potatoes.
English potatoes!
We don't need French or...
We don't need French or Spanish!
Or Dutch potatoes.
Oh, stinky Dutch potatoes! And I've been under the influence of Dutch potatoes, and man, that gets you high.
Hi.
Hello.
Well, it's better to be on an even keel with British ships on British soil. But, it's very serious, though.
It's not, Chris.
It's very
Chris,
serious.
you're
we have to come out of the EU to keep our liberty.
Okay.
Because you know what the EU is trying, and
no, they're not.
They are taking our liberty away.
No, they're not.
Oh, yes,
no,
they
they're
are.
Not, Chris. They're not.
Oh, yes,
they're giving us much more freedom than you can ever imagine.
The English, those barons of King John, gave us our English freedom with a
Martin's in the buzzard. Hello, Martin.
Oh, good afternoon. I'm the Chris from Crouch End correspondent.
Hello, sir.
And I just wanted to let you know she was on your show today at 4:20.
And was she making any sense?
She went on about English potatoes.
Thank you.
I think English potatoes were originally imported from America, weren't they?
He's got a point, Chris.
English potatoes from America. Yeah, but now
They're not indigenous to this country.
And she went on about shipbuilding.
Yep.
Yes.
The manufacturing industry.
Yep.
She said she's a citizen and a Jesuit first.
What? I said I'm a citizen.
Martin, Chris, stay there. More after this.
If you've just missed that bit of Iain.
Martin, Chris, any final words in the last 20 seconds?
Well, I think that man is talking nonsense. Because
Chris used a big word. She said befuddled.
Yes.
Oh, can I just say one thing, Chris?
Yes.
If television had been around in the First World War, believe you me, the war would have been over in a week. Because the images coming back that went on in France and Belgium, people.
I tell you what, I'm enjoying this. Can you two stay on for 2 minutes?
Yes.
Speak to you after this. Close that. Oh, the boys will be boys because Helen behind the glass isn't here. Click on Jan's email. This is sorry. 08709 whatever. Martin, are you still there, sir?
Oh, I'm here.
Chris, are you there?
Yes.
I have an email from Jan Faulkner, who says, "Listen to her, you ignorant pig. She's speaking more sense than you ever have." Ever's in capitals because she's shouting it. So I shall listen. Martin, Chris, away you go.
Yes, well,
do you mind if I eat a sandwich while you...
No, go ahead.
Thank you.
Well, I'd like to disagree with the statement that Martin made when he said that if television hadn't been invented, or had been invented, then there would have been no war. But look at the Vietnam War.
He didn't say... Chris, he didn't say that.
What did he say then?
Ask him, he's there.
Martin?
I said that if television had been around in the First World War,
Yes.
the war wouldn't have lasted 4 years, it would have probably have lasted a week.
What about the Vietnam War? There was television when the Vietnam War was on.
Television stopped the Vietnam War because when the footage started becoming a bit more, I think when the television companies were taking a lot more risks of what they were being shown, and the images were coming back that Vietnam, showed death and destruction, and especially the assassination of a Vietnamese soldier who was shot in the head, it really got people to talk in America. Now, the same what's happening in the Gulf. You're always going to have people that are going to be left or right-wing persuasion. There's going to be people out there now who are going to say that the Gulf War should go on. But I am saying that television saves lives. Because
Crime Watch.
Television doesn't save lives.
Crime Watch.
Yes, it does, Chris.
Look, people didn't used to get stabbed and mugged in the
Children in need.
1930s like they are being now. Crime has escalated.
Celebrity Fit Club.
What?
I'm saying that TV does save lives. Crime Watch, Children in Need and Celebrity Fit Club.
But every day there's somebody getting stabbed and killed and mugged.
But not on television.
Never got that years. Oh.
Television brings about a conviction, Chris.
Television brings about a conviction?
Yes.
Of what?
Of the criminal.
Of the criminal.
Yes, but if we didn't have...
The reason we have more CCTV cameras, yes, you probably have a point, that it probably, we do live in a more violent world, but what is bringing these perpetrators to justice is the thing that you're against.
Yes, but it would be better for the crime not to be created in the first place, rather than to have the perpetrators... We all want perpetrators brought to justice, but if there wasn't... By beholding, we become changed.
What?
So what we watch, what we listen to affects us. And people used to leave their doors open in the 1930s.
Oh, no, they didn't.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't, Chris. That's a myth.
Even in Ireland, up to a few years ago...
Even in Ireland?
People used to leave their doors open. Yes. So, there is a direct correlation.
The reason people left their doors open in Ireland, Chris, is because they had nothing to nick. Now they've got something worth nicking, but they keep them shut.
No, that's not it. I've been told by the Irish people themselves that there's certain people coming to Ireland who don't have the same values as the indigenous...
Go on, Chris, but make a racist statement. Who's been going to Ireland?
I have not... I've been to Ireland. I'm not making...
You have heard, Chris...
Ireland is now a very prosperous country.
Yes, because of the EU, because of our money going to the EU.
Oh, and Ireland has benefited from it.
Yes, it has.
And because of that, it's brought a country that was, we used to treat as a joke 20 years ago. It's brought it up to the pinnacle of some political power, some economic and political power now.
Well, as I'm half Irish myself, I've never treated Ireland as a joke. But to get back...
Well, a lot of us used to.
Well, I don't think so. But to get back to the very serious issue...
Of potatoes.
Of
British potatoes.
Now, I say, Chris, potatoes are an American import. We've never had an indigenous potato in this country.
So was Dallas, and look at the effect of Dallas. Has had a far worse effect.
Did you say Dallas?
Dallas, yes.
The TV show Dallas?
Yes. And all those violent films. I mean, not that Dallas was.
Silent films?
Violent.
Silent Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin?
No, violent with a...
What has Charlie Chaplin done that's been so... He wasn't funny, but still, some people like him.
Well, he was. But anyway, violent with a V.
He wasn't, he was rubbish.
Violent films have had a direct... Listen, you don't get 90-year-old men going round mugging, stealing, robbing banks, do you?
When?
Ever. And those same men, 70 years ago, didn't go round robbing.
No, they went to Normandy and Germany, and they got shot in trenches.
I know, but that's
they were murdered in their millions.
Yes, but that wasn't.
I would rather a couple of thousand people went mugging and stuff like that than 1 million boys got killed in a trench.
Well, I'd rather nobody, because you know what? It's those older people who grew up with good values. Who were smacked and disciplined, and now they're getting mugged by these youth who see nothing wrong in going out and smacking people and hurting them.
When will you lay me an egg for my tea? Hey, little hen, when will you lay me an egg for my tea? Hey, little hen, when will you lay me an egg for my tea?
This weekend.
Both peaceful cultures.
Yes, did you get an Easter egg?
No, I don't eat chocolate. I like carrot.
Will you, Chris? Can we be friends? Let's all turn the other cheek. Will you sing with us?
Come on, Chris.
Come on.
Say what I want to say. Those peaceful cultures in the world.
Will you lay me an egg for my tea? Hey, little hen, when will you lay me an egg for my tea?
Oh, come on, in remember of... No.
Grow up.
Chris. No!
Grow up.
Chris?
Listen, I'm sure...
Our country is under siege.
I'm sure there's a lot of men that should have been speaking today in their 80s who were buried 60 years ago, would rather be on the radio singing a silly song, knowing that they went to their death.
I totally agree, and there's been plenty of people in the 80s who've been mugged by people...
So in memory of them, come on, let's sing a song.
I'm not going to sing a silly song about a hen.
Why is it silly?
Because...
Oh, come on, Chrissy, sing with me!
Oh, come on, Ian, sing with me!
Hey, little hen, when, la 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 la, Ian Lee! Chris?
Let me tell you something.
Thanks very much, Chris.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Martin, you're a gentleman, sir?
Take care.
Lots of love, bye-bye, thank you. 0870 9090973. I don't think we were bullying there, I think we were... Listen, we gave her half an hour...